Welcome everyone, aka Eileen the Little Crafter. Additional information about this show and my podcast, which is the podcast show now. Anyways, just go to EileenTheLittleCrafter.com. Alrighty, so as the title suggested, we are live and we are discussing which is better, the live action version or the animated version of Death Note. And to help me discuss this craziness is my only co-host in life, Mr. David San Jose. Thank you, hubby.
You're welcome. I'm here.
You're here again.
Yeah, again.
So, the last time you were here, you let a few whatchamacallits fly. So anybody under the age of what age should we think cursing would be? I mean, I know this day and age cursing is...
If four-letter words offend you, you might as well stop listening now. Not that I'm gonna do it on purpose.
Actually, I think the age of 10, should not be listening to this podcast. Just so we can cover the bases. I really don't want angry moms and dads, emailing me. So that will be my forewarner. If you do not like this particular podcast, as I said in one of my previous podcasts, what does that say? Criticism? Not creative criticism. Helpful criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. Yes, constructive.
Don't just leave a thumbs down and not say nothing.
It's
troll.
Yes, he was not happy. He we talked about these things because I was interested in wanting to hear his feedback, and I said, hey, can you just listen to this podcast and see what you think of it? And he said there was nothing wrong. I don't know why you would get thumbs up, thumbs down. Not one but two. So anyways, it was a little disappointing, but anyways, let's go on to and FYI, I know that I have not been doing videos. Soon there will be videos up, so let's get on to it. Sorry, honey, didn't mean to keep you waiting. So you have watched the movie. I have heard about it.
I watched the movie first.
I have heard about it, and I told you that the anime is extremely much better. Even I've heard that the manga is even better than the...
I don't read mangas.
I know that, but...
I don't know how to read backwards.
Honey, it's not because you read backwards. It's just the way that they write them. But in any case...
To us, it's backwards. To them, we read backwards. It's all good.
Anyways, moving right along. So... I have heard a lot of, and this is actually a trending topic in Japan, how people feel that the live action paired up, and I don't think it did very well. What did you think?
Well, I don't know as far as all that, but I watched it because I saw the trailer, said that and looks like interesting. I read the thing, I saw the preview. It looked a little cheesy, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't paying for it except for the subscription to Netflix. So no biggie. And then I remember you telling me that the anime is better.
Okay.
Or that people say the anime is better.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it. Half hour into the thing, I'm like, okay, how are they going to go on for another hour? Because there's still another hour left to the movie. I'm like, what are they going to do for another hour?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the jig is up, and it felt like the jig was up, and everybody's going to find out who's who. But it wasn't too bad.
Are we talking about the live action version?
Live action,
okay.
The movie.
Alright, just want to make it clear.
Oh, but even the anime was like that. After the first 2 episodes, I'm like, how does guys figure this thing out so fast? That the guy's in Japan, that he's in this thing, that it's only been aired in this area, so he's got to be from here.
He's pretty thorough. I mean, basically, Al is a genius.
Same thing in the movie. It was almost the same thing. Already they figured out, oh, he's only in the Seattle area because I think it was Seattle area, and that because that criminal was on, those criminals only broadcast here.
That could be
deduced. I'm just a mechanic because I can't do that.
You're smart. I mean, you have to be smart to figure out engineering parts and stuff like that. But you're not just a part changer, But basically, if you guys have not watched Al, actually Death Note in general, the premise of this storyline, and help me out if I get it wrong, basically this kid finds a Shimigami, basically a death god's notebook. Don't know if it was dropped purposely or just dropped by mistake.
No, they drop it. And they, according to the anime version,
Mm-hmm.
he just dropped it and you happen to see it. This is what he told the kid. I just dropped it and you happen to see it. Don't think you're special or blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah. Thinking, if I remember,
I must have such luck that I got this book. And I think in the movie he said the same thing. I just dropped it and you found it.
I think Robert Dafoe is supposed to be doing the voice of.
I believe yes. I was watching the credits. I think he was the voice of the.
Actually, I think that was the smartest move, in the live action version. If
you know
anybody.
What? Now that you said that, he did kind of sound like the bad guy from Spider-Man. So yeah, that was Robert Dafoe.
Yeah.
The Goblin. That was him. So he did kind of sound familiar.
The only other person that
And then in the end, when I was watching the credits, I go, oh, no wonder he sounded familiar.
Yeah. The only other person that I would have said that would have made a good I forget the character's name.
Which one?
The Death God.
Ryuk.
Ryuk. Oh, thank you. The only other person that I would have thought for the voiceover for that would have been Mark Hamilton, Luke Skywalker, but his voice basically he's been having some issues. Or the other person that played in Arkham, I forgot the voice actor's name. Anyways, so the premise of the story is basically he drops it, they find it, and they basically get, and I'm using quotations here so you guys can say it, they kind of play God. They have premise of the book, what they can and cannot do, and how they can kill a foe with knowing the person's name, and that's why L goes through.
You gotta picture their face and know their name.
Okay, yeah. So that's basically the premise of it. There are some other things, but I don't want to
They don't give you that many of the rules anyway. Even the movie, they give you a couple of rules, and even the guy when the kid's looking through, he's like, "Oh, there's so many rules here." Nobody ever reads all the rules.
And in the anime, they kind of give you more hints. That's another reason why I don't want to kind of give you.
In the anime, they give you more hints of where the death gods come from, why they have that book, why they use it. In the movie, he didn't tell you why the death god has the book. He just drops it. They don't really tell you why he drops it.
Well, I actually thought that.
At least I don't think they did.
I actually thought that it was supposed to be a series, but apparently you just told me it's a movie.
It was a movie.
I was pretty interested. I thought Netflix said that they were going to do a movie, but I mean not a movie, a live action anime, like not live action anime. What I meant to say was a series. But apparently it's just a movie. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I definitely would like to know. So what did you think? Do you like the anime version or do you like the live action version better?
As far as everything I saw, I like both.
You like both? I thought you said you liked the animated version better.
The animated version better because they give you a little bit more story.
Uh-huh.
And the movie because there was a little bit more action.
Oh, a little bit more action. Well, of course they're gonna add more action to it because it's.
I've watched other animes that are a bunch of action and not just story.
So
you know me. When somebody gets decapitated with a ladder, I'm watching the movie.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching. He's like, "Ooh, is it in English?" And I'm like, "No, all right, I'll read it later." Let me know when it comes into subs. That's what he says to me.
I don't feel like reading.
I mean, he's still waiting for what is that? The rest of Blue Exorcist season 2.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to be dubbed.
So so you like what did you think of the characters like in versus the movie versus the anime?
Well, the only characters that were basically the same. Well, no, they're not the same. Just the names. Like Light, that's the name.
Uh-huh.
I forgot in English what his name was. It was Light something, but it wasn't Yagami or whatever. It was like the other kid's name is Light. And in the anime, that kid is basically I want to say he's a nut. That he thinks he's gonna just, I found this book that I can kill people with, so now I'm gonna become a god and I'm gonna kill all the bad guys.
So basically, you think he's kind of smart because the way he dupes the kids, I mean not the kids, but L and the police and the FBI, and then versus the live action, I mean the movie
was the same thing. He duped. He tried to dupe the police and everybody.
Okay, but did he come off as nutty as he thinks that he's a god?
Oh no, he didn't come out as arrogant and nutty like that. No. In the anime, this kid is arrogant. Oh, you know it was opposite. In the anime, the kid's an honor student. He's smart, and the other one he was like a slacker. He's smart, but he's like doing other people's work for them for money to make a few bucks.
Oh, okay.
So he wasn't like the star pupil or whatever.
So basically, he was kind of like in the background.
He was like a background guy.
Okay, gotcha. And the main character's L.
They're both almost the same nutty.
I know, you were just like, what is the deal with this? The way he was sitting, and I'm like, was he sitting the same way
Sitting the same way as the other guy, improperly in his chair. Kind of like a monkey sits.
So, would you watch the complete anime? Would you continue watching it, or you not?
I've kind of lost interest in it. I might watch 1 or 2 more episodes. But now that Light and L are working together and they're chained together, which is kind of dumb. And now they're still chasing Kira.
The new Kira.
Even though L already knew that it was Light. But he's just not understanding what happened. He's like, you were controlled by Kira? That don't sound right to him. So they'll probably figure out how to do that later. But cause he knows that Light was Kira and that the other girl was Kira 2. Part 2 or version 2, whatever you want to call it.
So did you like in the movie they didn't introduce a girl?
Yeah, they did introduce a girl, but she wasn't the second Kira. She worked with him.
Oh.
And like I was telling you, I don't know if you should have put something about spoilers. Should we have some spoilers?
Yeah, okay guys, we are going to put some spoilers. Spoiler alert if you don't want to know.
The movie.
Okay.
When like the FBI and the cops is after them, she's like, "Oh, we gotta kill them," and Light's like, "But no, we only kill the bad guys, criminals." So she went behind his back and found one of the cops, or the FBI, I forgot who it was, got his name, and then made him give up all the names of the other ones onto the paper, because she ripped the paper out of the book, and then have them all kill themselves by jumping off a building.
Ew. That's even more gross than the heart attacks.
Yeah, they did that more in the movie. Like once they figured out that they could make somebody kill themselves a certain way, or if it was possible to do it a certain way, they did it.
Wow, that's just ugh.
So, but she was the one that was more like cutthroat and what you call it, that Ryuk was like, "Oh, I like this girl," because he was there basically for entertainment. It's just kind of like in the anime, he's just there for the entertainment because he's bound to the owner of the book.
Yeah, he's bound to the owner of the book.
But he doesn't care which way what goes. He's not there for them. He's just there to look for entertainment, I guess.
Entertainment and life, basically. Because if once they kill somebody, they get their remaining life points. Another spoiler.
That's when the death god is the one that writes their name in their book.
Oh.
This is like when they have a second book, they drop it for the humans. And I don't know. I think they just get entertainment out of that.
Oh man.
I don't think they get because in the movie they didn't say that. They get their half-life.
And look. Oh well. Actually, the funny thing that really, I think the funny part of it, and you have to admit when L was thinking about the possibility that Shinigami exists, and in the anime, he literally falls out of freaking chair.
He falls out of his chair like, this is for real? Death gods are real?
I was like, what the hey? Like, I don't know. What did you think? I mean, did that happen in the movie? Did L?
No, they didn't touch on. I don't think they touched on any of that stuff.
So
about death gods and all that.
So, do you think, in term of plot wise, that the anime was better, or do you think that the movie was better? Which one?
Plot wise, the anime is going to be better because they have more time to set the story. Even though the story they set was kind of fast too, and just in the first and second episode already, not even an hour, because they're like 22-minute episodes. L is already on the case, and he knows this much and knows that much. I'm like, man, they don't even show him doing any investigative work. They just, he's the man, so now he knows everything.
Well, because basically he can look at something from what I...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's one thing I don't like. It's like when you watch some other shows and they give it to the best detective. At least sometimes they'll show you that he's looking or she's looking at certain things. Oh, this and this and this, and it puts it together. Says, okay, so and so did this and so did that.
But he also has
but they didn't show none of that.
He also has what's his face?
Yeah, but they didn't show none of that. They just pop up L. Okay, I know that he's from here. He's only killing these guys, and he has to know his name. It looks like he only has to know the name and the face.
Yeah.
Like, almost right away, he knows all that. I'm like, next thing you know, you're going to tell me he knows how he's doing it. That's the only thing he don't know.
Yeah.
But that fast, he knows everything. That was just, I don't know.
Stupid?
Yeah, it's like they should have showed him doing some more investigative work. What is he, a psychic? Does he just know stuff?
Oh my god!
I mean, even Holmes didn't do it like that. In the movies we saw, they would show you the process he went through. He'd look at this, he'd look at that, and he'd have a brainstorm. Okay, this is what happened. This is how it worked, or this is how they did it.
Yeah, that I actually agree with you on that.
This guy, they just all of a sudden came out. Oh, he's the greatest detective ever. He's never lost a case. He solved everything. Okay, but they're not showing you how he did it.
No.
Or his deductive reasoning.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. If they would have done that, then...
I mean, I think they showed it a little bit later in the anime, but that was a little bit later. I was already just interested in the fight they were having to see who was smarter.
And the mental battles,
yeah, the mental battle, that's what it was.
The chess pieces and how he thought he was gonna fall, and then he's like he stopped himself
like that,
and mid whatchamacallit, and he's like no, wait a minute. But yeah, that mental whatchamacallit was really cool. I really appreciate that they actually did that. That was a really good scene. I think that's one of my favorite scenes in the actual anime. Did they do a scene like that in the?
No. There was no scene.
Was it more fast-paced, or do you think it's the pace is the same in the anime and the movie?
I think it was almost pretty much the same. Everything happened pretty quick. That's why I was like half hour into the movie. I'm like, what are they gonna fill this with for another hour? Because I was looking at how much longer is left in the movie. Because at one point I was a little bored. And then, so this is how they're gonna fill it. Okay. And then they show you how he did all that. Like they explain to you why all the cops killed themselves, how they got to this place, how they got to that place. Like, okay.
You always hate movies like that. You're like...
Yeah, sometimes they get on my nerves. It's like they play backwards.
Yeah, he's like, but why do they do that? I'm like, well, because they get you excited about how did it happen. I'm like, holy cow. And he's like, no, I want to know now. I'm like, some people go for that, some people don't. I mean, it depends on, your perspective on things. I tend to go more with the flow, and he's like, nah. True or not true?
Yep.
So anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. Sorry that this one is so late. We basically had a lot going on. Hope that you guys all had an awesome Labor Day. And if you guys have going back to school anytime soon, good luck. And everybody that's going back to school, whether you're a kindergarten or a college student, good luck this year. Hope that you guys have an awesome school year. all the best, and good luck to the parents this year, right, hun?
Yep.
Because we know how it is, and we have one of our own. He is going to, I think it's 8th grade this year. I always forget. I always get the years mixed up. I know, I'm a horrible mother. At least I remember how old he is and what he looks like, so that I'm in a good place. Alrighty guys, so if you have any comments or questions, definitely would love to hear from you. You can leave them down below, or you can always email me. My email address is eileen@eileendelacroft.com, or my website has a little section that says contact me. You can leave me your comments and questions there. It takes about 2 to 4 days to get to me, but I will get the email eventually. Alrighty, thank you so much again, honey, for joining me.
You're welcome.
Hopefully, if I watch it, I'll give you my whatchamacallit. I don't know. I haven't watched it because I've seen some of the previews and I'm like, I don't know. I may watch it. But thank you for catching up and doing this podcast with me. And alrighty, guys, bye for now.